Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about parenting. Now I haven't really spoke about it a lot on my channel, but just to introduce you again, if you don't know who this is my wife. Her name is AJ, and like I said, we're going to come to you and talk to you about parenting. Now in a previous video I mentioned that we do have a 7-year-old. And we're not going to get too specific in detail about it. We're not going to tell you his name, all those different things like that. But we are going to tell you our experience with having a child. It is a little different than normal because we are adopting our son. So neither one of us have birth children. And he's been with us for a year now and a month. Actually, 1 year and a month marked the 17th of this month, so in a couple of days. What would you say the biggest adjustment is that we had to make?
Becoming a new parent into our already busy work schedules. I think that was the toughest thing for me.
Yeah, we were used to being able to just pick up and go and, you know, just kind of do whatever it is that we wanted to do. And when we decided that we wanted to be parents, a lot of that changed. We still travel and things like that, but it's not as frequent, only because you have a time period of when you have to be back at home because our son has to go to school. How do we come about being parents?
Well, we can't really get really just specific simply because there's just confidential information around it. He is my relative. He's my cousin. So that's really pretty much all I really want to give out. I really don't want to give out any other specifics, but we vowed to take care of him, and that's really where we are right now.
Something that I would say that kind of worried me about becoming a parent in this particular aspect is parenting someone else's child. It can be kind of hard at times. In the beginning, at least, I thought it would be, but now it's not. You know, as long as everybody works together, I think it works out fine. It's the adjustment of going from living the lifestyle he had before and then living the lifestyle that we live. We're not strict, but we have a set of rules and the way things run in our family. We have a schedule that we work off of, and it works really well for all three of us. We as far as like picking up and things like that, that was a huge adjustment for us, but I think now after all this time it's kind of routine, and you have times when you have kind of hiccups in it, but for the most part everything kind of just works out easily.
Yeah, I think it did. It took some time though.
Yeah,
It took a lot of time for us to get comfortable with. I can remember even when he first came here, like you having to text me constantly when it was my day to pick him up.
yeah,
Because it's just, not that I just completely forgot that I have a child, but it is different whenever it's just thrown in the mix and you kind of having to adjust your schedule and you just live completely differently.
I would also say like sleeping. I'm an early bird. At least I like to say that I'm an early bird. I get up a lot earlier than I used to.
Yeah.
So I used to get sleep like until like 12 in the afternoon, and that was fine for me because I would usually stay up really late at night. But now, because our son has school and things like that, I have to get up early in the morning and make sure he's had breakfast and he's ready for school and take him to school and all that stuff. So that, and on the weekends, when we first got him, when he first came to live with us, it was a huge challenge because he wakes up really, really early in the morning on the weekend. And so
that's normal for me.
Yeah, that's normal for her.
I'm an early bird.
But it was kind of different in the aspect that she would wake up early, I think because she wanted to be up early. But he would wake up at like 6 o'clock on the dot. And you would be up early, but she wouldn't be up that early. So that was a huge adjustment for the both of us. We had to kind of set that boundary of you're a big boy, you sleep in your room. You get up, you can watch TV or whatnot, and we fix you breakfast, but you gotta let us have that time to wake ourselves up. Otherwise, we're waking up super early, and by noon I'm ready to take a nap. I have a headache, and pretty much the rest of my day is shot because I have to have that rest.
I think a lot of that had to do with moving from state to state too.
Yeah.
Because we're originally from North Carolina, and we moved to Tennessee. So that's a huge adjustment for kids.
Yeah.
Adults can kind of adapt and move on, and to where it's a little difficult for kids.
Yeah. What we're dealing with now is like identification of family members, and how that's kind of is going to be only because our child has a bloodline with my wife, but he doesn't necessarily have a bloodline with me. So introducing him to my side of the family and making sure that he knows everybody and everybody knows him, and all those type of things is very important to me. I don't have a really big family, but my wife does. So just being with her for over 10 plus years, just family is like a really big thing for her side of the family. So I want to incorporate our son into my side as well, so he can have both parents and know everything that he needs to know about both parents and their family members.
Which is mainly about just the family dynamics have shifted. So just that happens over time, though.
Yeah.
To me,
I think it does.
I think the kids should take the lead on that.
Yeah.
Parents don't take the lead whenever or especially with adoption. Let the kids take the lead.
Yeah. I think one thing is a huge adjustment is clearly we're both women, we're married, raising a child in a lesbian family is one of my biggest concerns. I always wanted to have children, but when we got our son a year ago, I was kind of like, oh gosh, like we live in an area where there aren't a lot of homosexual people here
that you know of.
That I know of. I take that back. That I know of. So it's kind of one of those things. I was really afraid of, like, him going to school, and how is that going to be? How are people going to perceive him? Are they going to, kids can be very cruel, and sometimes adults can too, to children when they shouldn't be. So that was a really big concern for me, but we haven't had any of those type of issues. We just addressed it as he has two mothers, and that's pretty much the way it is. We expect people to respect it. We haven't had an issue where anybody hasn't, and we always make sure to keep in contact with him to ask him, are people saying such and such things to you, or has anyone said anything to you that make you feel uncomfortable as far as about having two mothers raising you. Something else that changed, like when we travel, it's like now we have to take 1,000,002 things with us, because now we're packing 3 bags instead of 2.
And toys.
Yeah, and toys.
TVs,
and
DVDs.
It's a lot of stuff. Like, so travel for us is not easy as easy as it used to be. Now we kind of have to pack like days ahead and make sure we have everything. And then I'm pretty sure, then usually the day that we do leave, we have extra stuff that we have to pack as well. So traveling is
interesting.
Yeah, to say the least, it's very interesting. So I think like once later on down the line, once everything is done and adoption and everything is done, then I'll come back and you guys can actually see what our son looks like. We'll probably do like a little interview type thing so he can introduce himself to you guys and see how that goes. He's kind of shy, but we'll see how that goes. He's like over there eating at the counter. So yeah, but that's all in this video. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, just leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. And that's about it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Peace.